Reading with All Fans. Tonight we are reading The Boy and His Horse from Never Stop Dreaming. Did you ever have to choose between something you wanted to and something you needed to do? Maybe you wanted to participate in a big event, but something came up. Well, a little cowboy named Samuel would face this dilemma as he and his horse go to town to compete. Samuel grew up on a ranch and learned to take care of many different kinds of animals. He liked feeding small chickens, petting goats, and herding cattle. But if there was one animal he loved the most, it was horses. Yee-haw! Not only did he love them, Samuel's dream was to be a professional barrel racer. For those who don't know what barrel racing is, it's when you race your horse around an area with barrels and you can't knock the barrel down or it's a penalty. Samuel already had some experience with barrel racing as his hometown always hosts a rodeo every once in a year. During the rodeo, kids his age could barrel race for first place ribbon. Samuel collected those ribbons every year for 3 years straight, and it was all thanks to his trusty horse, Hollow. Samuel loved Hollow with all of his heart and made sure to take care of him. Anytime he visited him, he made sure to clean him, take care of his feet, and give him lots of pets. When his family wasn't looking, he would sneak him extra treats, and Hollow would neigh gratefully. When they were out in the pen, Samuel set up the barrels and would practice for the record time, and Hollow would do this to avoid them. They made a great team together, and Sam was ready to prove that for the 4th year in a row to his town. Practices were going so well that he knew they could win. On the day of the competition, Samuel loaded his horse into the trailer and noticed Hollow wasn't walking like normal. "What's the matter, boy? Are you okay?" asked Samuel. Hollow gave a low neigh and became concerned. He tried to look for any scratches on his leg. He didn't see any so far. "It's okay, boy. We're gonna rock the competition today. I can't wait to pin another ribbon on top of your stall." He grinned. Hollow gave a more exciting neigh, and the two headed into town where they were greeted by the locals. As he unloaded his horse, his best friend Gabriel went over to him. "Hey Sam, I see Hollow's looking good as ever," said Gabriel. "Thanks. I'm a little worried about him tonight. He seems to be walking a little slow. I'm sure he's just a little nervous. You get out there and win those ribbons, okay?" Gabriel waved. Samuel tipped his cowboy hat to his friend and began prepping for the race. Though he was known to be the barrel race, Samuel also participated in the other rodeo events, such as using his horse to rope a cow and junior bull riding, which he never really did that well at. The first was bull riding. As said before, Samuel wasn't that great at bull riding, as the bull would buck him off at every opportunity. He never lasted long, but he was always joined in because it made him feel like a real cowboy. As soon as he got thrown off, he got up, dusted himself off. And then cheered for Gabriel, as his friend took first place every year. After the event was over, he saddled up Hollow and got ready for the cattle roping. The goal was to throw a rope around the cow while rode fast on his horse. The event began, and Samuel gave a verbal sign to Hollow. "Gallop! Gallop!" Samuel shouted. Hollow began to run faster and faster, and Samuel directed him carefully. He raised his rope to throw it at the cattle when he began to feel wobbly. Before he knew it, Hollow had collapsed. Samuel hit the ground hard, and the crowd shouted around him. His family ran into the area and picked him up. He was a little dizzy as his father sat him up, and his mother gave him a bag of rice to put on his head. "Sweetheart, are you okay?" his mother asked. "Where's Hollow?" Samuel looked around. He tried to look past his parents and noticed his horse was being carted off towards the vet tent. His eyes widened and ran towards the tent. He went in and saw the local vet checking on Hollow's leg. "Doctor, is he okay?" Samuel asked in a panic. The vet wrapped Hollow's leg and gave a reassuring smile. "He'll be all right. He just has a light sprain. You two are lucky that it isn't worse. Either way, he just needs some time to heal." Samuel was relieved and hugged his horse, who happily nudged him. Gabriel ran into the tent and pointed outside. "Sam, the barrel race is starting." "Aren't you going to compete?" he asked. "I can't really compete if my horse is hurting." Samuel scratched his head. "Yeah, my dad and I saw what happened. We are willing to loan you our horse, so you can still race. You can still win your ribbon this year." Gabriel grinned. Samuel was shocked and thought about leaving for a moment. He couldn't still get that ribbon and continue building on his dream, but he looked back at Hollow. He knew in his heart that the victory wouldn't have been the same without him. "I think I'll have to pass this year. There's always next year. Besides, it just wouldn't feel right without the horse who always helps me win." Samuel looked back at Hollow. Gabriel nodded, and Samuel went back to talking to the vet on how to take care of Hollow's ankle. When the day ended, all he could think about was making sure his horse was okay. His father came up to him while he was shoveling hay and smiled at him. "I'm proud of you, son," he said. "Why? I didn't win anything this year." Samuel looked at him confused. "No, but you chose to take care of the one you love, and it takes a big heart to do that." Samuel grinned as he looked at Hollow. "Thanks, Dad. Remember, young dreamer, take care of the ones you love, whether it's your parents or your pet. Treasure your time with them, as they'll be there with you as you grow." I hope you enjoyed the story. Make sure to share and subscribe. Have a great night and be good.